Hello, and thanks for watching Focus, a show that focuses on community, unity, and service featuring nonprofits and local community heroes. I'm your host, Chris Giard. Food insecurity has become increasingly common and affects many families right here in our own towns. In fact, 1 in 9 people are food insecure in Hartford and Tolland counties. I'm on site today at the Midwest Food Bank in Manchester, Connecticut. Their mission is to alleviate hunger and malnutrition both locally and worldwide, as well as providing disaster relief without any discrimination. Let's go on inside and meet with them. Today I have as a guest Jan Young, the Executive Director of Midwest Food Bank, and we are here at their brand new facility in Manchester, Connecticut. So Jan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the background and the history of Midwest Food Bank?
Sure. Midwest Food Bank started in Illinois in the barn of a couple Christian farmers back in 2003. When they named it Midwest Food Bank, they thought they were being very far-seeing. Well, it turns out Midwest Food Bank is now an international organization. Here in New England, we're the 10th division, and we also operate in Haiti and East Africa as well.
So when did you get involved, and what really, intrigued you in trying to be a part of this operation?
Sure. I became involved in the fall of 2021. I was between jobs at the time, and I got pulled in to help organize and get a feasibility study underway. There was a few couples who actually knew the founder of Midwest Food Bank from a personal relationship they had with him, and he had encouraged them to look into determining if division would be needed out in New England. So we did that study, and we were looking to make sure that there was indeed a need for food, which I think with the food insecurity numbers, it was clear that there was, that we would have an adequate volunteer base, that we could come up with a facility that would be a reasonable cost, and that we could get the financial backing we needed as well.
And that, obviously, this initiative started right during the height of the pandemic. So those must have been some pretty interesting obstacles to overcome just in itself.
They were, but the doors really seemed to open. We were able to raise, just with private pledges, almost $1 million. So the division was approved in December of 2020, and I was hired in January 2021 then. So we had been looking for a building. We had looked at this building here in Manchester, and it turned out that it has been really a blessing to be here. I think it's a great location. We have about 55,000 square feet here, so we have room to grow.
Now, some of the items you have here, when people think of a food bank or food pantry, they're thinking of scratch and dent from local grocery stores like that. Can you tell us a little about the operation and where you get the majority of your supplies?
Certainly. Midwest Food Bank has kind of a hub and spoke model. So we have a central team that supports all the divisions, and one of the ways they do that is via food procurement as well. So we are able to probably come up with 60% of our food at least from relationships that the central team has built. That includes like Kellogg's, another broker who looks out for surplus food. Most of what we get in is by the pallet, and it comes from manufacturers who have surplus or distribution centers.
So if there is a local food pantry or food bank that's watching, how does one of those organizations become an affiliate with you to come and utilize your services?
So we have a pretty simple onboarding process. We are willing to serve any 501c3 who gives the food away, and municipalities as well. So we don't have any minimums. Our agencies are normally scheduled to come to us once a month. So it's a basic onboarding process. Of course, we want to make sure that food safety standards are being met. We like to maintain a personal relationship with our agencies, so we go out and visit them. We have them come to us, and then they're scheduled.
Well, as you can hear, we're right in the thick of things, and you've got some volunteers active right now. How does somebody watching this get involved as part of being a volunteer? I know there's so many opportunities. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Certainly. Midwest Food Bank is very unique in that, it's a faith-based organization that relies very, very heavily on volunteers. We only have 3 paid folks here at the food bank, and we have more than 200 volunteers on our list right now. So we need everything from people to repackage cereal to certified forklift operators. We're always looking for CDLA drivers. We have our own 53-foot rig that we go out and get food with. We got a box truck that's going to be showing up soon here. So people can join our Facebook group, MFB New England, to stay current on what's going on. And also our website has public volunteer opportunities. And then my volunteer manager is also available to schedule groups or individuals who want to come in on a regular basis here.
So are there any like upcoming big events, or like take us into like one of the busiest days of the month, I guess, would for you?
Certainly. So one of our busiest and most fun days are the monthly distribution that we do.
Okay.
So those days we probably have about 25 people in the building, I would say. We have agencies scheduled every half an hour to come through and get food. And then, so we run 2 teams that pick and 2 that load, and then some coordinators as well.
Seems like it's going to be a well-oiled operation to try to get everybody in and out.
We are continuing to hone our processes every time we do a distribution, and we increase the amount of food or the number of agencies we have coming through. We figure out new ways to do things better. We'll continue to do that.
And I know, what is the value? I know you said for the money that gets put into this, what is the distribution ratio?
Certainly. So Midwest Food Bank is able to take every $1 donated and turn that into $30 worth of food.
That's amazing.
It is an incredible number. We have been rated by Charity Navigator as a 4-star charity for the 11th year in a row. And 99 cents out of every dollar actually goes towards food distribution. Very, very low overhead due to all of our fantastic volunteers.
So if somebody's watching this right now and just wants to make a contribution financially, what's the best way that they can do that?
So right on our website, midwestfoodbank.org/New England, there's a big red donate button.
Excellent.
They are able to do an online donation, but we also can work out donation of any types of assets. Mm-hmm. We have a share partner program that if people want to just give, let's say, $20, $30 a month, just set it and forget it.
Okay.
That really enables us to know that we have an ongoing income stream. Mm-hmm. So we're also going to be, working with local businesses. I'm really hoping that as people come in and experience what we have going here, that everybody has different time and talents and ways that they can contribute.
Talk about some of your experiences of the rewarding factor of doing this kind of work. I know it's got to be amazing when you see the people that, for me, that I just walked in here and was amazed at how, and I know you're going to give us a tour a little bit later, but there's got to be that moment where people truly feel overwhelmed and thankful. How does that make you feel?
They do. It is incredible. The very first agency that we distributed to, she was walking through the line, she got to the mayonnaise, and she burst into tears. And I tell you what, that made the first 10 minutes of this job, all the blood, sweat, and tears to get it all organized, entirely worth it. It is such a blessing to be able to supplement the existing food sources that are here in the region.
Yeah.
It's really a privilege.
So, for the viewers that have been watching for a while, this is the first episode that we get to do in person, and we've always done them remote. And I'm not saying that won't happen in the future, but I'm thankful that I'm able to have this conversation and be here in person. What are you most thankful for in your time here with Midwest Food Bank?
The generosity of the hearts of people of New England in many, many ways. From the volunteers coming in here, people giving money, even the warm thanks from the agencies coming around here. It is incredible to be the hub of an opportunity for people to work together to make things better for everyone else.
And I know here at Focus, we're trying to get those connections to people to make a difference in their communities too. So I'm hoping that you will get as much enjoyment as I did, because Jan's going to take us on a tour of the operations here at Midwest Food Bank in Manchester, Connecticut.
Welcome to Midwest Food Bank, New England. We're here at 440 Adams Street in Manchester, Connecticut. We've got a 50,000 square foot facility here dedicated to helping the community come together to fight food insecurity and to share the love of Christ. As we come on in here, we're a really volunteer-centric organization. So we have some check-in kiosks here. We have opportunities for volunteers to sign up online, or they can also walk in and help. So we track how many volunteer hours get donated to us here. I think last year across Midwest Food Bank, volunteers worked the equivalent of 150 employees. We're going to take a little walk around here and show you what we have going on. Over here, we have our bulk repack area. Our wonderful volunteers are in here today. So we got some pallets of these 5-pound bags of Starbucks coffee beans. We had someone donate a coffee grinder. So they are grinding the coffee, putting it in these 1-pound bags. We try to put a nice label on it. We like things to look as much like food as possible.
Right.
And then rebag it.
From Starbucks?
So actually this came, from Starbucks to one of our other divisions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so here, these are pretty cool, these 7-foot cones. So this cereal comes from Kellogg's. We have a national relationship with Kellogg's. These happen to be Frosted Flakes. So we're working on our technique for efficiently getting these into some tubs and repackaging. So we put them in some nice quality poly bags with a nice label on them with the ingredients, and then use our heat sealers to seal them up.
That's wonderful.
So volunteers are really the lifeblood of our organization here. We have more than 200 volunteers on our list, and they spend almost, some of them come in here 5 days a week. I've got a board member over here that has pretty much dedicated his post-career time to us. He's been managing our renovations, and it's really amazing. So we offer opportunities for community service. We offer opportunities for those with a variety of skills, including our certified forklift operators, volunteer CDL drivers. My bookkeepers are a volunteer. My agency coordinator is a volunteer. I have a gal who's working on helping us with our inventory automation. It's really amazing to see people come together and work towards the common goal of alleviating food insecurity here in our community and around.
So, and I know you said it before, how many people do you have on staff currently?
So we have just 3 people on staff. I'm the executive director, and then I have an operations manager who is responsible for warehouse operations, and then a volunteer and community relations manager who is responsible for all the volunteers, which are truly, like I said, the lifeblood of our organization. They allow us to ensure that 99 cents out of every dollar goes towards food distribution. It's a really unique model here. Volunteers have the opportunity to come in and really be engaged and actually own a piece of the operation. They can figure out better ways to do things, and we try to offer a clean, organized, welcoming facility with a really upbeat environment. People are loving it, and they're coming back. It's really awesome. So our volunteer manager, Brent, just put together this board here because we're getting very busy with volunteers. Here you can see our monthly loadout. We have 2 days a month that we do our full distribution where agencies drive to us to pick up food. That day we have about 25 volunteers that come. They help the agencies select food, they load it on a cart, they load it from the cart into their vehicle. When agencies come, they don't have to lift a finger, and they love it. So we also have bulk repack opportunities advertised on our website. We have a crew who always comes in on Tuesday morning. Every Tuesday morning they show up and they do whatever needs to be done, and that group is actually expanding to some Wednesdays and Thursdays as well. So we offer opportunities for groups to come in. We're starting to offer some Saturday opportunities and evening opportunities as well. So we really we will take anything that provides for people's basic needs in addition to food. So we are fortunate. We have gotten a lot of cleaning wipes. We have Bombas socks that have been very popular with our agencies. So we have dryer sheets. Over here we have a sampling. When agencies come to shop on their day, we bring them into our agency welcome center here. So on distribution day, when our agencies come in to pick up food, we set up this area right here where, as they're waiting for their turn to shop, they can get a sampling of the items that they're going to be available in the warehouse. So we have beverages, we have quite a bit of cereal from our relationship with Kellogg's. We try to keep some staple items along here. We have quite a different selection, I would say. We never really know for sure what we're going to get, but we do try to get as much nutritious food as we can. We want to try to continue to increase that. Our new operations manager came from food warehousing, and he's got some new relationships to bring to us, so we're very excited about that. So this area is our future office space here. We're going to be dividing this area into 6 spaces. At the end, we'll have a large conference room that other organizations are going to be able to come in and use. Presentation area in the back here, and then a warming potluck kitchen in the back where our volunteers will feed volunteers. We're going to be opening this area up to the community to let them use it as they would like. They can come in and use the conference room, use the presentation area, do a bulk repack project, cater lunch to the kitchen. We really want to become an integral part of the community here in the Manchester area. Okay, now let's walk into our 35,000 square foot warehouse area here. So over here we've got racking, and we're going to be able to fit about 60 semi-loads of food in here. In the back we have a freezer, actually 3 freezers, and we're investigating putting in some additional cold storage as well. So all 3 of these freezers were actually full of meat, but we did a supplemental distribution, and in a week we were able to clear out 2 of the 3 freezers. The whole idea isn't for us to store food, it's to distribute it. In, out. So we were fortunate to get a large load from Tyson's. Here we got sausage, we got some chicken, we got some beef. It was a nice variety to be able to offer our agencies. So we can use these for either refrigeration or freezer. They can be turned however they need to be turned. So we've got a workshop area in the back, and hopefully we can raise the money to be able to put a walk-in refrigeration in the back here, because we can already tell that we're short on cold storage. So we do not like turning down food opportunities.
So tell me a little about what that process goes into keeping inventory for a huge warehouse like that.
Okay, so initially when we take a load in, we count what's on the pallets. We take a weight count and how many cases are on each pallet. And then what I'm doing now is I'm actually sorting the pallets and figuring out how much is on what pallet and putting them into new racks.
We track pounds and cases of food. It's not really about the dollar value. We just want to meet the needs of the community. But last year, Midwest Food Bank, as an entire organization, donated more than $430 million of food to people around the U.S. and in our East Africa and Haiti operations. Most of the food that we have in here is very close to the sell-by date or slightly after, but we all know that's not a food safety date. Billions of pounds of food gets thrown away in the United States every year, and part of our goal is to, bridge that gap between where there's surplus food and those people who need it. That's what we're here for. So this is our struts wrap machine. Some of our agencies bring just small vehicles, but some of them bring trailers, pickup trucks, box trucks. So we have the ability to palletize their items for them, which works really well. So this is the operations manager office. From here, he can keep a good view on what's going on in the warehouse, both directions, and who's at the dock doors. This is the area where the door bays are, where we can have 3 semis unloading, or we can also use this area when they bring box trucks to load up when agencies come for shopping.
And then they come right through here?
They come, the smaller vehicles we're able to pull in through here, and inside, shut them off, close the doors, and then our volunteers take the items that the other volunteers have put on carts and pack as much food in that truck as they can fit.